Hello and welcome to another Del Boy video, and the purpose of this video really is just to give you an update on my mother, which was pretty much a major focus of my blog on Sunday, and as it should be, to be quite honest. So I'm going to call this blog year 4, blog number 3.1, and in legacy numbers, blog number 159.1, because it's a point one, you know, it's an update of a sort. And I was taken aback by the lovely comments that were given in my last blog, and I just thought that it's best to sort of like give an update on what I know so far. And I just want to say thank you for those comments. I hope some of those comments might turn to questions next week, but I don't mind if they're not. It will still be a blog. That would be great. But so with my mother, on Saturday I didn't know too much. I spent a couple of hours in A&E. I saw my mother, and my sister told me that several tests had been done. And the biggest update I had really was on the Sunday after I'd done my blog, where I went up there and she was in a ward, and they'd already done a memory test and diagnosed her condition, which is called CAP, and I didn't know what that was, but apparently it's a community-acquired pneumonia. It's one of those ones that can be a killer for old people, and my mum is 84, so it is a concern for me. Apparently you can get chest pain and all sorts of respiratory tract problems, but she hasn't been coughing or anything like that. But it can cause confusion on the individual, and it can up pre-existing conditions. And as you know, my mum's memory has been going, so it was hard to see whether that would be what the problem was or not. And her blood pressure has remained sort of semi-normal. So I'm glad that they figured that out, because what we thought, and when I say we, I'm talking about my sister and I, we thought it was a urinary tract infection, a UTI. And the antibiotics that she's on are spectrum antibiotics. And they've been changed now to a specific antibiotic to combat CAP. So we've had a carer nurse assess the situation. We don't know quite how many weeks she'll get the carer, but the carer can turn up to 4 times a day. And the general consensus is that you have a carer between 4 and 8 weeks. And they will try and diminish the visits really from the get-go. She's definitely going to need a commode. I need to bring the bed down from upstairs because it might be not right for her to travel upstairs, etc., etc. So there's a massive change in my life going on at the moment. I went to see her today, and I asked her, I just talked to her as I normally do, and I think she appreciated that. She seemed in good spirits. She was definitely brighter. And I asked her some questions. I said, well, what day do you think it is? She's always one day out, so that hasn't changed. She thought it was Sunday. I said, no, Mum, it's Monday. And one of the big things that was fantastic was Monday is pension day, and I need to get her pension out. So I presented my phone with a keypad and asked her to type the numbers that she thought it was. And she did that. And I went to the post office and it worked. So she's recognising shapes or numbers. That's fine. She knows that we've got a monarch that is a king, not a queen, but she can't remember his name, which is Charles. I think in certain circumstances, some of these questions, I think in old age pensioners, it's, do I really need to know this information? But that's an opinion by me. I think if you'd have said, is there a person called Prince Charles, or how many sons did the Queen have, it would have been better with what's our monarch called. But that's just like I say, a personal preference from me. She goes for a memory test tomorrow. She has more blood work, and they're going to do a CT scan. She's had an X-ray, and she's had one CT scan already, and the CT scan showed no problems with her brain, but they want to do another one at the same time as a memory test, which is a second memory test, to see how things are improving. I've been told that the tablets and this particular condition, depending on age, can take up to 6 weeks for you to notice whether things are improving. Right now, I can see that there is a diminishment, but it's not as severe as I thought it was, which is good news for me. And that's where I currently am. I'm going to go and see her now and take a newspaper to her, so that will be the second time of going up to see her. And when I come back, I need to sort out the lower room and sort of like move things to one side and see if I can bring at least the mattress down. I'm going to need help with the frame, I think, because of my sciatica and the orthoarthritis of the knee. Work have been very good. They can say I can take compassionate leave whenever I want. Today I worked a full day, and that's because I'm waiting for calls from the hospital, which haven't occurred. Now that my sister and I have been there today, I doubt there will be another call today, being as I know she's staying in again overnight. So tomorrow will be a normal day again going into work, but at any point I can turn round and say I'm off. And that's where I currently am. My mum's in good spirits. She's in good hands. I'm not sleeping very well, but I never have. I'm wanting my mum back more than ever. The room and the house seems so empty. It's almost like a preemptive of what the future is going to be for me. And that future is scary. I've only counted really YouTube people that I speak to as my friends. I have nothing else, which is why sometimes you can get so upset if things are not happening right on YouTube. But I thank all the people that have left a comment. I will pass them all on to my mum. She won't recognise the names, but then again, I don't think at the moment she's recognising many names, including family ones. But I think she will love the fact that she's getting attention, and we will go down that route. And I thought you'd like this update. If you don't like this update, I do totally understand. It's just the major part of my blog was about my mother. And from the number of people that have been watching it so far, it was in no doubt in my mind that I was going to tell people how things are and thank everybody for the well wishes. And so with that, I'm going to say salute, and this was quite a little short one. And thank you very much, and thank you for having my mother in her prayers. And let's hope she gets a speedy recovery and comes back soon. Thank you so much for listening to my drivel, and I hope you have a great week. That's my wish. Bye-bye.